the head gasket might be toast on this car. Or if you have an engine you want to give me, that would be great. We could go ahead and set that up. I will feature you on the channel, I promise. Well, I wasn't expecting this. So that's the end of the track day videos for now, you guys. Travis and I had an absolute blast. It was so much fun. I really hope to see more of you out there next time. Arthel and Brian, it was awesome hanging out with you guys. Made some friends, so more people, come on out, man. But first things first, I want to let everyone know that we do have our stickers in stock. $6, shipped anywhere. See, nice refined movement 4x4 vinyl sticker. $6, shipped anywhere. So in my clips from the track day, I know I was talking a lot about the suspension being the weakest link. It would heat up after a couple laps and then everything would sag. I could feel the car just not responding as well as it was. And that for sure was a major problem. I also had a slight problem with my tires rubbing, but thanks to Brian, Arthel, and Trav, all of our weight on the car, and Brian using the jack, we rolled the fenders and it ended up working out great. The biggest problem that I did not really touch on in those videos was that I overheated hardcore. So even in my first session, if you go back and look, on my fastest lap of the first session, I was in the red almost the entire time. I didn't even notice it, man. I'm still pretty new at this track thing too. This is only my second track day, okay? It's my focus, but I'm just getting into it. So I didn't even notice it, man. Temperature gauge went up, and then after that lap I saw it and I'm like, oh crap, I better chill out. And so when I pulled off the fluid, well, there was no fluid left. It was just gone. Like, it had boiled away by the time I got back into the paddock. There was a little bit sitting up on the or right here actually, sitting on the fan part of the radiator. Like, there was a little bit of coolant there. And there was a little bit on the upper hose, but the majority gone. Empty. Empty. Everything seems to be fine. Like, and it's been a minute, obviously, since I've been back, but like the block is all dry, the hose is in good condition, and it's tightly secured all the way, or on both sides is secured. The bottom hose is fine. The radiator itself is not leaking. The cap, as you'll see, is in good condition. The rubber is not all cracked or anything, and it does move very well. So that looks good. But you saw the reservoir was totally empty. I mean, it's like the desert in there. And yeah, everything seems to be okay. Like, all the hoses that I have gone over, they just look okay. Nothing is wet down in here. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say about that. But I kind of feel like the head gasket might be toast on this car. And that really sucks, because it brings up a whole other list of problems, especially ones that I was not planning on tackling right now. Like, for example, to remove the head, it's not that difficult. Like, I can do that. I've looked into it, I'm like, hey, this seems easy enough. But the problem for me comes in the cost. So when you remove the head, you're supposed to bring it off to a machine shop so that they can make sure it's level. Like, I overheated this thing, so it's possible that the aluminum head could be slightly warped. And if I went and changed out the head gasket and put a warped head back on it, what good is that gonna do? It's just gonna still leak. But so then from there, the cost keeps adding up. It's the machine shop, but then I gotta buy the gasket kit. Or when you take off the head, you're gonna be removing the intake manifold, the exhaust manifold, and it's recommended that you change out the gaskets on that. So that's like $70 for that whole kit, then whatever the machine shop costs. Then you gotta then you gotta use new head studs to put back in the car, because apparently they're like torque specific, and when you put the head studs down and you torque them down, that's it. When you back them out, you're not supposed to reuse them. Those were like $50 from Advance. So, I feel like I'm creeping to $250, even $300 to change out this head gasket, and it sucks, man, because it's really just not worth it to me on this engine. So I'm gonna go over here a list of kind of what I'm thinking, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. Does anyone have a D15 they wanna give me? So here's my thoughts for right now. Obviously, D series. That's gonna be the easiest and least expensive thing that I can do right now to get this car back up and running and get back out on track fast. That's my goals. I want to be able to get back out on track. So I guess I'm kind of answering my own question here, but bear with me, all right? So a D15 specifically, a long block, because the transmission is fine, a long block that is reliable, that I could just drop in. The wiring harness is already correct. Everything is already set. All I need to do is take the old long block out, put the new long block in, boom, I'm good to go. If that happened for, $100, $200, or $3, then that would be amazing. I could get back out on track and, continue on with my plan of doing the suspension. And just having a newer, or I guess not newer, but a better, more reliable D15 in here, I'd be happy with that, man. So another option could be like a D16, the D16 Y7, Y8, or Z6. Obviously the Z6 being the best of that. That long block would be great too. That would actually even be a little increase in power, But then the wiring is a bit different. You gotta do the VTEC and all that. So I would have to figure that out. I've obviously never done that kind of swap. But I'm sure it can't be that hard doing just the wiring harness and then plugging in the long block. Like I said, the transmission is already an SI from the D series, so it would have been coupled with a D16 Z6 anyway. So that would be a really cool engine too. And again, if someone had that for super, super cheap, where it was, $200 or $100 or $3, then yeah, I would gladly go for something like that too, because again, I could go on to my goal of doing the suspension first. But so then I'm like, all right, if I'm taking this engine out, what's to stop me from just taking the transmission out? Then what's to stop me from just getting B series mounts? And then, blah, 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 blah. I just start collecting the parts and I start going for a lesser expensive B series swap. That may break some hearts, that may make some people happy, I don't know. Because I know everyone, I can already see the comment like, just go K, bro. Like, that's great, but the reality is that's money that I was not planning on spending right now, nor can spend right now. I realized that VTEC Academy did it for around $3,000. It was actually close to $3,300 if you go watch that video. I just did, so I know. Yeah, and that's a good amount of money that I'm just not ready to spend right now. So them's my thoughts for right now, you guys. It's a bummer in a way because I'm like, man, this sucks, but it's also really cool because if I could get into a B series swap of some sort, even if it's just a low power B20 or B18 for right now, I still think that would be really cool. It would be a step up from the D series. And especially if I had like an SI or a GSR transmission, like that excites me. I think that would be really cool, man. And then eventually adding a VTEC head or something on, it could be an engine that I build on. And I think it could be really rad. Yeah, but go ahead and talk to me, you guys, please. Like, if you have suggestions or you have whatever, or if you have an engine you want to give me, that would be great. We could go ahead and set that up. I will feature you on the channel, I promise. But yeah, tell me what you would do. And I know some of you've been working with these engine builders or these companies who have these access to all these parts. Let them know about my channel. Let them know that I would gladly work something out with them where we would have promotion for them helping me out with parts or helping me get an engine in this thing, whatever it is. Any sort of help would greatly be appreciated, you guys. I want to be bringing this content to you, and there's a lot of content that can be coming up with this. because finding the parts, getting all that together, finding out what engine, what transmission I'm gonna do, like, and then putting it all in, that would be rad, right? And I know you all wanna see some sort of engine stuff. So help me out with this, like, for real, I'm asking for your help. If anyone wants to donate time, engine, you know, money, I want to say, but by buying stickers, you know, like I said, you spend $6, we'll send you a sticker. All that little kind of stuff is going to really help out, okay? And I want to get this project moving forward, man. I thought it was going to be coilovers. It's really looking like it's going to be engine swap now. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I am. I'm really excited. And I hope that you all are excited to be seeing that on this channel too, because everyone's been crying for it forever, right? So we could be here. Help me out, you guys, and be talking to you in the comments.